we were originally supposed to maybe do a pork trim and then maybe a trailer tour and a barbecue bus tour, but we went to Stop and Shop today and we found a killer deal on the chicken that we like. So we came home with 2 full cases of chicken, which will get us through our first 5 KCBS contests. Tom and I are underway of trimming all this chicken. It comes in a 4-pack. I will show you what we like. We like the Stop and Shop Nature's Promise chicken. It comes in a pretty 4-pack. It's an all natural, free from added ingredients. There's no hormones or antibiotics. It's vegetarian fed, which there's not a lot of grain. But the reason why we like it is because we don't have to scrape it. So in the chicken category, it's scrape, no scrape, hot and fast, cover it, don't cover it, do you season it this way, do you do it this way, do you add something called moo glue? So we're gonna bring you through how we trim our chicken. It's a little bit different. We do not scrape, partly because I am prepping 5 contests at one time right now. Tom's overdoing a few. I've done 4 trays right now. This is tray number 5. Out of like 22 trays. We have 22 trays according to Tom. So we have a lot of trays to go through, so we'll kind of get into a rhythm and it goes pretty quick when you're not scraping. So I'm gonna adjust my camera and we're gonna show you how we scrape. I have a board, a Gunner Wellham knife, a box of gloves, and a trash barrel next to me, which you won't see the trash barrel because it's pretty full right now with kind of nasty chicken stuff. So we're gonna get started now. You can see that I have my chicken. I'm gonna open it up. And I don't size my chicken until the very end. I trim it all. I make sure that it's all pretty uniform. Sometimes I have a little bit bigger pieces and smaller pieces. I do not have a traditional trim. I definitely have a situation where I try to, make sure that every piece of skin stays with the chicken it was meant to. I don't think that I need to go hunting for chicken skin. If it came with the chicken, it's staying with the chicken. I feel like that's what it was intended to do. That's how it was born and raised.
That's what God intended.
That's what Tom just said. That's what God intended. I don't know if you can hear him, so I might repeat what he says. So I start by taking a little bit of fat off this edge right here. You can see the fat right here. I just took it off. I'm gonna try to square it up as much as possible. As you can tell, I kind of laid this out of the way. I'm gonna square it up as much as possible. I'm kind of doing this backwards because I just realized that my camera angle is opposite you guys. So I'm gonna try not to block too much, but you can also ask questions in the comments. I will fill you in afterwards. So you can see right here that I have my chicken skin kind of spread out. I'm gonna check the chicken. It's just about square to what I like it. I'm gonna flip it over and check it. I can see that there's extra piece of skin over here. I'm gonna stretch that out. I'm gonna look for any big globs of fat. I actually don't touch a lot on the back. I will kind of square up a little bit, but I don't touch too much. Fat is flavor. And for us, the way we cook it, it really doesn't matter. The judges have been pretty good to us. We've put forth a consistent product. We use the same chicken every time. We create little chicken pillows. You'll see them in a minute. I'll show you in a second. So now this is when I flip it back over. My chicken, I'm not gonna fuss with it anymore. I'm not touching it anymore. I'm gonna bring this chicken skin up over it. Now this stuff back here, I don't want. So I'm gonna go one straight line, straight down, and off it goes. This is where I have to start squaring, and it will be little bits at a time. I'm gonna see that, I have a little angle over here. I'm gonna cut it down. I have a little bit of an angle over here. I'm gonna cut it down. And I don't have the best knife skills because I like to use a smaller knife and a really sharp knife. You gotta make sure before you start, and you may have to sharpen it during the middle because you're doing so much, like we're doing a lot of chicken. So now I'm at a point where I need to see, that's just chicken fat, because I'm not scraping, I am gonna find a little bit of fat. Now I need to see if I need to go any further. I actually probably won't here. This covers all of my chicken. I'm gonna roll it up, make a little chicken pillow, and there I am. Now, I do notice over here that there's a little bit of a tail. Off it goes. Away it goes. There it is. So now, I have one chicken pillow. I'm gonna do one without talking so you can kind of see what I do. and it's silent, and then I'll describe one more. Pulling back that skin. I have a lot of fat right here in this front part. That goes off. Tom just agreed that I have a lot of fat in the front part. I do have some fat in the front part. He's used to the fat in the front part is what he said. Just more of me to love, dear. Tomorrow's our anniversary. We have to pick on each other.
How did you spend your anniversary? Trimming chicken.
Yeah, trimming chicken for our anniversary. That's what a barbecue team does.
Well, isn't 13 the chicken skin anniversary? Yeah.
I think it is. Chicken skin anniversary for the year we're in. I think that's awesome.
I think that's what 13 is.
So I have to make a decision on whether or not I want to touch this chicken anymore. The skin's a little smaller, but you know what? I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm going to check the back real quick. I don't really have anything to do. There's a little pocket of fat right here. I'll kind of nudge it out. But that's it. Watch me breeze through the next two. I know that my friend Joan is going to watch this and she is going to have a heart attack because I know that my friend Joan spends hours on chicken and she has some amazing scores. I envy her. She's gotten a 180. I believe she's gotten a 180 in chicken.
I believe she's got a 180 at the Jack.
I think she got a 180 at the Jack. And I do not have the same approach as her. But you know what's so good? What's good about that is it works for us. It's our cook method, our cookers, our seasonings, our braise that we use. It really just kind of works to help us kind of figure out what we like. We took 2 classes, and I can say that with regards to flavors, we found that the flavor was better for us out of one class versus another class. But this style is not like anybody else's. We didn't learn this from a class. We kind of did a little research, and I would say out of laziness that this is the method that we went to because I scraped chicken for one contest and I said, oh no, this is the worst thing ever. I hate this. I never want to do it again. I don't want to be able to get 16 pieces of chicken and I'm just going to take 4 hours to do this. I'm never going to get any faster. And I knew right then that I had to find another method. And I knew that I did not have the diligence, nor the patience, nor the skill with my knife skills to sit there and scrape. So I had to find a no scrape method. Now you can Google, you can YouTube, you can ask a friend, pay for a class, whatever it is. But we found a method online that we loved and we knew it right away. The one thing that we knew we also needed was not what we call the yellow pack chicken. It's all yellow. It kind of looks like Big Bird's cousin. I can't explain it. The pieces are never uniform. You don't know what you're going to get. You could have 7 big pieces and 2 small pieces and 27 Big Bird wings. We don't know. So this one, at least with the Stop and Shop Nature's Promise, we at least have a way to kind of make things a little uniform. They're all about the same size. The packages come in at just a little about a pound, pound and a half. I would say actually a pound and...
I got 2 1/4.
You got 2 1/4. So about a pound and a half to 2 pounds. And sometimes it's really a matter of there's extra skin that kind of weighs this down. So there's a lot of fat on the back side of this one. We're going to trim that down. And I know you're watching me going, oh my goodness, she's going so fast. But once you get going, and this goes for anything, whether you're prepping ribs or brisket, you kind of pick up the pace. You kind of know that you have to be done at a certain time. You want dinner. We're going to try to figure out what we're doing for dinner after this, after we shower, because trimming chicken, you will, ugh. It took me a long time to trim chicken too, because I had the pleasure of going to a chicken manufacturer. And I didn't want to smell chicken for a very long time after that. Because my shoes smell like chicken, my body smelled like chicken, and raw chicken has, not too much of an odor, but when you're in a factory, you kind of just smell stuff. This chicken right here, you can kind of see it's a little uneven. I have a little bit of an issue over here, so I'm going to square that up straight. Some people will use this and maybe turn it into fajitas, or maybe they'll put it in a chicken pot pie. Not us. We toss it. The reason why is because the tinier pieces for us on the all natural just kind of dry out a little bit, and I don't really have the patience to collect them all up and make a soup or a stew. So we've kind of pillowed up all 4 of our pieces. I don't really like this piece right here, so I'll kind of trim that down. And don't be afraid to kind of get a little more trimming down if you like. I know that I only need a certain amount because once we get to site and we start using the Moo Glue, I can reshape it a little bit. Moo Glue is an adhesive. It's a barbecue glue. Parquet is the barbecue duct tape. Moo Glue helps us stick our chicken together.
Aluminum foil is.
Well, I know. He says aluminum foil is like the duct tape too. But what I'll do is I'll sprinkle some Moo Glue right in here when I get to site. I'll flip my chicken over and I stick it back in the fridge. And it kind of all seals everything together so it stays a little beautiful chicken pillow. So now I have a bunch of pillows. Now I need 16 pillows per contest. And we're only doing the first 5 right now. So these little pillows are all about the same. You can see a little bit of fat on them. But once I season them and once I inject them, once I cook them, I'm going to have some consistency. So that is how I prep my chicken. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment. Don't forget to subscribe so you can know a little bit more. We're going to try to maybe bring you through a brisket trim at some point. Probably not a pork trim. Our pork is probably our toughest right now to show you how to trim. But here's our chicken pillows. Thank you very much.